Well, let's get into a little bit more advanced.
Okay.
As far as gear, I've got, and many people, I've got a turkey vest, and guess
all
what?
this is filled up too.
And guess what? It's got that pad to sit on.
There you go.
So, because you are, setting up in rough terrain at times, and you're right, you need something to sit on. And most turkey vests have some sort of pad. Do you have to have a turkey vest? No. These are just comfort items that we add into our gear as we progress with our hunting.
So let me ask you this: if it's before we get into what all's in there, maybe. So you're sitting out, leaning up against a tree, okay, waiting for a turkey, trying to get them to come to you. For those that may be worried about it, you're out in the middle of the woods, and there's other things out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got snakes, you got, bobcats, you got all this other stuff. Do you have to worry about any of that stuff?
One thing that spring hunters need to be concerned about is ticks.
Okay.
Yes, later in the spring you're gonna run into snakes. But the biggest thing that I've run into is ticks. And I spray my outer gear and my boots with a tick spray. Parethium.
Yes.
Something that's got that parethium in there. It'll kill the ticks. I use a product, and I'm going to push this product because it works. And it comes in a yellow bottle, and it's called Sawyer's.
I use the same thing for spring or for early deer hunting.
Don't spray it on your skin.
Nope.
It is for treating clothing. What I like about it is you treat your clothing, and it's good up to like 6 washes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't wash my outer garments. I just don't, unless I'd happen to fall down in a mud hole or something. So that one treatment
could last you the season.
It lasts me the whole spring season. That is one thing that I think hunters need to be aware of is ticks, because they carry all kinds of diseases, and they're everywhere in the state of Virginia.
And you got to be careful just walking through brush, walking through high grass, walking through whatever. They're just there.
Yep.
And they'll just fall on you. Now, they hit a treated piece of clothing, that pretty kills them pretty quickly. Okay. But you do need to make sure that you seal up your legs, tuck your pants into your boots, right?
Or socks.
Or whatever you got to tuck them in. I always like to seal, because I'm reverting back to early deer hunting in October. You got the same situation going on there, or if I'm out scouting. But I try to seal up a pair of gloves, seal up my sleeves, just to where they don't get underneath, because they're going to they will find their way.
Yep, absolutely. So, other than that, I think that's the biggest concern. Okay. Stay hydrated. We do get those hot days, so stay hydrated. You can go out with the bare minimum, or you can carry too much stuff like I do. And I've downsized, and I continue to downsize every year, but I still, that makes me comfortable.
I have to ask you, do you have a coffee pot?
I do not have a coffee pot in there. I am not like you.
He's saying that because when I go deer hunting, I have a little jet boil and I have my coffee, and when I take a break, I have some coffee. Yeah. So, but anyway, we talked about bare minimum, and you were getting into your
my
pack
best.
there. So, is there anything you want to show in that pack before we close this one out?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pull everything out of here, but I like a vest because I can keep all of my gear in there and I know where it's at.
You can grab and go.
I can grab my vest and go. You know, I've got an ammo pocket. I've got, you know, gloves. I've got face mask in here to help conceal me. I've got my orange in the back for when I'm moving from spot to spot or when I'm carrying that turkey out.
I know you're a big one. Where do you keep your snacks?
I do keep my snacks in the back. I keep my drinks, and I keep trail mix, which that one looks like it's empty. But yes, I definitely keep snacks and water with me, and I keep that in the back of that. But I guess my biggest problem that I have is I carry too many calls.
Yeah, as I'm looking here, I see like 3 box calls right there.
Yeah, I carry 3 box calls. I've got 4 or 5.
Is there a reason why you carry so many calls?
Yeah. Every call makes a different sound.
Okay.
And sometimes those turkeys will respond to a certain sound that they want another.
Now, don't think you have to have that many. You can walk out with just a box call or the push-pull call that he's going to show you later. So
that's right. It's just as you advance in turkey hunting, you learn different skills and different techniques, and all of these things. At least in my mind, helps me be successful. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I pull out 90% of the time. I pull out the same 2 calls, same 3 calls, and I've got them right here. I've got this Woodsman. I use Woodhaven mouth calls.
I've tried to do them.
And I use a box call. And those 3 calls are my go-to calls. So I could really eliminate 90% of this stuff and just carry those because that's what I'm using 90% of the time.
So basically, if you just had your camouflage, you have your instrument for harvesting, and you have a small backpack, you can go.
Yep.
You know, keep your water in the backpack, keep your snacks in the backpack.
Really?
Keep your calls in the backpack, be done with it.
Yeah. Or big cargo pockets.
Or cargo pockets or whatever. So don't think you have to go to the other end, okay? Not to say that you won't, because just like any other thing you try to do, you really get into it, then it becomes an addiction.
That's
and
right.
You go farther and farther.
But we want the new hunter, the beginning hunter, to not be overwhelmed.
Yeah. So you know, I would say that's enough for today.
I think so. Because we're going to spoil what we're going to be doing in additional episodes coming up.
And we're going to this will probably be, you know, a 3-4 show event for us, leading right up into spring gobbler.
Yep.
Not string turkey. Spring gobbler.
That's right.
So, all right. Anything else you want to say for tonight?
Hit that subscribe button.
Yep. Please
share with other people. Go hunting.
Get outdoors.
Don't worry about all the riffraff. Just go hunting.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thank you.